This is the lecture number 6 for the chapter 3-dimensional geometry for the class 12th. In the last lecture, we have discussed some formulas for the plane, equation of the planes. And in the continuation of that, we have the equation of plane in intercept form. Let us take, we have the plane x, y, z axis, and we have these plane intersecting the x-axis at the point coordinate 0, 0. This is the coordinate of this. Let us take this is q, whose coordinate 0, b, 0. That is, this length is a, this is length is b. The x-intercept, y-intercept, z-intercept, and this point b, let us say r. Then their coordinate will be 0, 0, c. Now we know that the equation of the plane is normal form is ax plus by plus cz is equal to plus d equal to 0. Let the plane make an intercepts of a, b and c on the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Then the plane meets the x-axis at the point whose coordinate a 0, 0, q 0, b 0 and c that is r 0, 0, c, and this will satisfy this equation of the plane. So when you put that point a 0, 0 in this, you will get a into a plus 0 plus d will be equal to 0, and the value of a will be equal to minus d upon a. Similarly, this point and this point will satisfy this equation. You'll get the value of b as minus d upon b, and the value of c you'll get minus d upon small c. So these are the values of capital A, capital B and capital C. When you put these values of A, B, C in this equation, you'll get the equation of the plane as x upon A plus y upon B plus z upon C is equal to 1. So this is the equation of the plane in the intercepts form, where A, B, C are the intercepts of this plane with the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. You have to learn this. X upon A plus y upon B plus z upon C equal to 0, equation of the plane in the intercept form. After that, we have coplanarity of the two lines. That is, they lie in the same plane. So let the given lines be vector r is equal to a1 plus lambda times b1, and r is equal to the second equation r2 plus mu times this vector b2. Now, because this equation number 1 and 2 passing through a point, say A, suppose this point is passing through a point with a position vector B, A1 and parallel to a line B1. You know that the equation of the line in the vector form. So, and similarly, the equation second line is passing through the point whose position vector of A2 and parallel to a line this. Then therefore, the vector AB will be equal to A2 minus A1. Now, the given lines are coplanar. ये coplanar जब होंगी if and only if they are coplanar, if and only if vector B, AB is perpendicular to B1 cross B2. AB is perpendicular to B1 cross B2, that is AB vector dot B1 cross B2 will be equal to 0, that is A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 will be equal to 0. This is the vector form for the condition for the two lines to be coplanar, that is they are lie in the same plane. Now in the Cartesian form for this, a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2 is equal to 0, where a1 and a2 are the point through which these two lines are passing, and b1 and b2 are the lines to which they are parallel. Now in the Cartesian form for the coplanarity of the two lines will be let the point x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2 be the coordinate of the points through the point A and the point B, through which the line 1 is passing through the point A and line 2 passing through the point B, and let A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 be the direction ratios of the vector B1 and direction ratio of the vector B2, to which the first and second line are parallel. Now, because they are coplanar if and only if vector AB is perpendicular to the vector b1 cross b2 we have already done in the vector form, and when we replace these values we'll get x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1 of a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2 will be equal to 0. So this is the condition for the two lines to be coplanar in the Cartesian form, where x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2 are the coordinates of the point through which the line is passing, and a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 are the directions ratios to which these two lines are parallel. So this is the condition for the coplanarity for the two lines to be coplanar. Cartesian form we have done. After that we have to find the angle between the two planes. Angles between the two planes. Now the angle between the two planes, listen it carefully. The angle between the two planes is defined as, suppose these are the two planes and you have to find the angle between these two, then the angle between these two represent the angle between their normals. Angles between their normals. So it means when you have to find the angle between the two planes, then we should find the angle between their normals. And we know that the equation of the plane in the normal form is this. Let us for the first plane be this, and the another plane be r dot n2 is equal to d2. Distance d1, distance d2. Then the angle we have to find between these two planes, then the angle between them will be the angle between their normals. So n1 dot n2 upon modulus of n1 into modulus of n2. This is the angle between the two planes in the vector form, where theta is the angle between the two vectors. And if this is the angle between the two planes in the normal form, this is the vector form formula. Now in the Cartesian form, let the equation of the two planes be a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equal to 0, and the equation of the second plane be a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equal to 0, and the angle between them will be a1 into a2 plus b1 into b2 plus c1 into c2 ka mod upon under root the modulus of the first, that is a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. This is the angle between the two planes, vector form and the Cartesian form. Okay, so this is the we have done the formula to find the angle between the two planes, which is actually the angle between the two normals of the given plane. After that you have to find the distance of a point from a plane. Let us, there is a point P whose coordinates be x1, y1 and z1, and you have to find the distance of this point from the planes whose equation is ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0, and let us call this distance be d, and the distance is always perpendicular. Then distance d will be ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d mod upon under root a1 square plus b square plus c square. This is the distance of the plane or the point from this given plane in the Cartesian form. You have to replace the value of x, y, z by these point x1, y1, z1. This. Now if you have to find the distance from the origin, then this x1, y1, z1 will be 0. Then the distance from the origin will be mod d upon under root a square, b square and c square. So this is the distance of the point from the given plane in the Cartesian form. After that you have to find the angle between the line and a plane or line के बीच में angle. Let us take we have a plane whose normal, let us take this, and there is a line let us say L, and this is the angle between these two, and this is the normal vector, and this angle will be 90 minus theta. Now let us take a line BR is equal to A plus lambda times B. ये तो आपकी line की equation in the vector form, and the equation of plane is R dot n cap is equal to D. So the angle between them will be cos theta is equal to B dot, इनके नॉर्मल और लाइन के बीच का एंगल निकालना है. सो cos theta and theta is अगर ये वाला एंगल निकालना है तो it will be 90 minus theta, and if you let this is equal to phi, then sin phi 90 minus cos theta will be equal to B dot n upon modulus of B into modulus of n. ये इन दोनों का डॉट निकालना है आपको. तो sin phi is equal to B dot n. You have to find the angle between the vector which is parallel to a line and normal of the plane. इसके बीच में ये एंगल का फॉर्मूला है. So these are some formulas we have done in these last two lectures which contain the formulas to find the equation of the planes or various conditions for the equation of the planes. तो ये लर्न आपको बहुत अच्छी तरह से formulas करने हैं, because if we don't know these formulas according to the heading, then it will be very difficult to do the questions on the three-dimensional geometry. Now we're starting with the exercise 11.3 in question number 1. In each of the following, determine the direction cosine of the normal to the plane and determine the distance from the origin. So suppose we are taking this second part of this question number this, and you have to find the direction cosines of the normal to plane, normal to this plane. Now to find the direction cosine normal to the plane, you have to convert this equation of the plane in the normal form. So how you have to do it with the normal form? You have to divide the equation by under root a square plus b square plus c square, that is root 3. So it means you have to divide the whole equation by root 3. This is 1 upon root 3 into z is equal to 1 upon root 3. Now this is the equation of the plane in the normal form. So it normal form में आ गया. So the direction cosines of the normal to the plane will be this 1 upon root 3, 1 upon root 3, 1 upon root 3, and the distance from the plane from this point from the origin is root. This is 1 upon root 3, that is 1 upon root 3. 1 upon root 3. So this is the direction cosine of the normal to the plane, and this is the distance of the plane from the origin. तो पहले आपको normal form में equation को convert करना है. You have to convert into the normal form. Now in the first part of this question, we have z is equal to 2. So we have 0x plus 0y plus 1z is equal to 2. So you have to again divide by under root a square plus b square plus c square, 1 ही आएगा. तो it will be 0x plus 0y plus 1z is equal to 2 ही आएगा. तो डायरेक्शन को साइंस हो गए नॉर्मल के. It will be कितना 0 0 1 0 0 1, and the distance from the origin is 2 of this plane. So like this you can do all the parts, taking care of the distance should be positive. Distance आपका positive होना जरूरी है. If you see the part D part of this, where we have 5y plus 8 equal to 0. So 5y will be equal to minus 8. So minus 5y is equal to 8. You have to put the distance as positive. So dx is 0x plus 0z equal to this. Now you can divide the whole equation by under root a square plus b square plus c square. तो minus 5 का square कितना आएगा? 5 ही आएगा. तो 0x plus 5 upon 5y plus 0z is equal to 8 upon 5. तो ये आपका डायरेक्शन को साइंस हो गए -1 0 -1 0, and the distance from the origin is 8 upon 5. का distance क्योंकि पॉजिटिव होता है. So this is the, you can convert any equation of the plane in the normal form, then you can easily find the direction cosines and the distance of the plane from the origin. Now in question number 2 of this third exercise, the vector equation of the plane which has a distance of d which is a distance of 7 from the origin and whose normal vector is given as 3i plus 5j minus 6k, and you have to find the vector equation of this plane. हमको vector equation पता करनी है इस plane की. Now because this is a normal vector, we have to find the n cap normal vector. So it will be vector divided by the modulus of this vector. So it will be 3i plus 5j minus 6k upon under root a square plus b square plus c square, which is coming out to be 3 upon root 70 I plus 5j upon root 70 minus 6k upon root 70. ये तो नॉर्मल वेक्टर हो गया. वी नो द इक्वेशन इज r डॉट n कैप इज इक्वल टू d. r डॉट n कैप इज इक्वल टू d. तो r डॉट यानी ये डिस्टेंस हमें दे रखा है 7. यू रिप्लेस दिस वैल्यू. इट मीन्स यू हैव टू फाइंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दी n कैप. आपको n कैप पता करना है पहले. बिकॉज द इक्वेशन ऑफ प्लेन द नॉर्मल फॉर्म इज r डॉट n कैप इज इक्वल टू t, और ये हमें नॉर्मल वेक्टर दे रखा था. नॉट यू हैव टू कन्वर्ट इन अ यूनिट वेक्टर परपेंडिकुलर टू द plane. Okay, we'll continue with the remaining question of this exercise in the next lecture. Thank you.